Playtime Entertainment, born for happiness.
Hello everyone and welcome to Bilyonaryo Quiz B, where knowledge is your greatest asset and your biggest weapon in a battle for bragging rights, glory, and life-changing rewards. I'm David Saldran, your quizmaster, telling you that Season 2 will be unlike anything you've seen before. We have more participating colleges and universities, upgraded cutthroat rounds, tougher quiz questions, and way bigger prizes, including international and domestic flights. That's right. All these will keep our players, and of course you, on the edge of your seats. Now that's a BQB Season 2 promise. All right. Bilyonaryo News Channel is thrilled to take this competition to crazy new heights. And for Season 2, we have over 2 million pesos in prizes at stake. Now, aside from the 1 million peso grand prize package at the end of this journey, Season 2 is also providing 66,000 pesos for today's competition alone. So, let's see what our college students must endure to win all that money at stake in this elimination episode. Today's elimination episode features 3 thrilling rounds of collegiate-level questions that will challenge even the sharpest minds, and a massive 66,000 pesos in total prize money. 3 college students will duke it out in 2 rounds of competition, with the 2 lowest-scoring contestants facing elimination and saying goodbye to their Quiz B Millionario dreams. Only the student with the highest score of the day will advance to the next stage, the all-new Billionario bonus round. Regardless of performance in round 3, today's winner will be returning to the show as a BQB semi-finalist, launching him or her one step closer to the ultimate prize at the end of the season, 1 million pesos. Are you ready to experience the adrenaline, the strategy, and the brilliance of Bilyonaryo Quiz B Season 2? Our fresh batch of BQB contestants surely are. Now, the good news is this season, we are adding 11 new colleges and universities into the mix. You also have to watch out for 2 returning competitors from Season 1. But tonight, however, we meet 3 new college students who are ready to battle for a spot in our semifinals. Let's meet them one by one.
Hi, I am Bryan Himor, 21 years old. I'm from Far Eastern University taking BS in Biology, major in Systematics. I'm a really big fan of quiz competitions. I'm a really big fan of Jeopardy growing up. I always wanted to have that kind of competition here in the Philippines. I'm really thankful for BNC and the BQB team for bringing life back into the game show scene here in the Philippines. I've been doing this for so long. I've been joining quiz competitions ever since I was in elementary school. That kind of stretches to just the general interest in learning. I just hope that viewers get to resonate with what I bring to the table. I'm sure to bring that competitive nature that I've always had for years. Hi Tamaraos, I'm Bry. I'm your fellow Tamarao and I will be joining the Bilyonaryo Quiz B Season 2. Make sure to root for me. Tamaraos fight!
All right, from BQB first-timer FEU Manila, where he maintains his summa cum laude standing and is a champion across multiple levels of science quiz Bs. Please welcome 4th-year BS Biology major in Systematics, Jeff Bryan Himor. Welcome to BQB, Jeff. Hello. Yes. I love it. I love it. Love the energy, Jeff. All right, let's meet contestant number 2.
Hi everyone, my name is Louren Bisagar. I'm 20 years old and I'm from University of Santo Tomas, currently taking BA Political Science. Super pressured po, knowing na super maraming matatalino sa UST. Despite that fact, nakuha pa rin po ako to represent our school. I watch every episode of Season 1. Basing po sa mga comments while nanonood ako. I feel like parang na-underestimate po yung generation namin. So, opportunity po to namin na ipakita na we are still capable of showing na we are also as intelligent as the previous generation. As someone who constantly proves themselves to other people, I feel like this would finally prove myself to myself. And masasabi ko sa sarili ko na kaya ko naman pala kahit walang validation from other people. I'm from a very unconventional program, not from STEM. Usually mga nagka-quiz kasi from STEM. I am willing to show to other people that tayong mga AB students palaban din sa quizzing. Hi Tomasians, I hope you will watch me and support me this upcoming Bilyonaryo Quiz B Season 2. Go, Oste! Go, Oste! Go, 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 go!
Now let's give it up for Louren Joy Bisagar. Hello, Joy. Hello, Louren. That's nice. Okay. All right, take your podium, Louren, and welcome to BQB. Now let's meet our third contestant.
Hello, I'm Pasague, 24 years old, taking political science and accountancy at Salle University. What pushed me to join the Season 2 of Bilyonaryo Quiz B is because I did not join the Season 1. I saw an opportunity to join something fun and exciting. Fun and exciting means the game itself, showcasing our knowledge, showcasing our abilities, and of course, there's the prize money. I think one of my main advantages as I go into this competition is that I stay calm under pressure, and competition just makes me feel more at edge and hence more locked in. I prepared for this competition just by trusting what I already know. Quite frankly, this is not really something you can really prepare for in terms of knowledge, so I just practiced on answering quickly. I'm here to represent scholars and students who can show that preparation can open doors to various opportunities. I'm Pasague from Salle University, and I am your next Quiz B Millionario. Animo la Salle!
From Salle University, once again, he is pursuing a double degree in accountancy and political science. Let's bring out sixth-year, that's right, sixth-year student, Brent James Pasague. Hello, Brent. All right, everyone's looking confident. 6 years, of course, because it's a double degree, that's why. Looks like you're all pumped up for this competition, and so am I, and so are our viewers at home. We'll be right back with round number 1 of the elimination round right after this break.
Playtime Entertainment, born for happiness.
Welcome back to Bilyonaryo Quiz B Season 2 now, the ultimate test of knowledge, courage, and yes, strategy. Now, for 3 exceptional college students hailing from Sorsogon, from Bacolod, and Mandaluyong, the road to becoming the next Quiz B Millionario begins right here, right now. So, we may have new buzzer technology in the studio and all new quiz questions for the season, but the mechanics for our opening competition remain the same as before. So, for those of you who are not familiar with our round 1 rules, let's watch this. In this opening round, we've prepared 12 challenging questions across 6 categories: history, science and technology, arts and literature, math and logic, geography and nature, and general information. Each question is worth 1,000 pesos. The rules are simple. The first contestant to buzz in gets 5 seconds to answer. A correct answer earns points, while an incorrect answer gives your opponents a chance to steal the question with another 5 seconds on the clock. The first 12,000 pesos are now up for grabs. Who will outsmart, outbuzz, and outplay their opponents in this exciting first round? The road to becoming the next Quiz B Millionario starts now. All right, contestants, that was the mechanics for round 1, just round 1. But just a reminder, remember that after buzzing in, you must wait for me to acknowledge you first before you give an answer. Otherwise, you may be, inadvertently giving your answer away to your competitors. Okay, so just be careful. Just wait for me. Be patient. I call you, and you give us an answer. And of course, if you're incorrect, any one of the other competitors can steal. All right? And a reminder to our viewers, keep in mind that our contestants experience the game differently than you do at home. So while you see each question on screen, on your TV sets or on your computer screens, that allows you time to analyze and break those questions down. Today's players, however, only hear the questions spoken aloud, which is a much tougher task, I think, than those of you back at home. All right, so let's appreciate their effort and, of course, their courage to compete in today's BQB. All right, good luck, guys. Brent, Louren, Jeff, if you guys are ready, let's test your buzzers. Let's start off with Brent. That's working. Louren and Bryan. All right, your buzzers are working. Let's get our minds to work. Let's start off with our first round of questions. 12 questions in this round, 1,000 pesos for every correct answer. Let's begin with a question in history. Here goes. What period in Europe that came right after the Middle Ages was marked? That's coming from Bryan.
Renaissance.
The question was marked by a rebirth of interest in classical learning. The Renaissance is correct. Bryan takes the first 1,000 points. Of course, that was in between the modern age and the Middle Ages. Right in between that was the Renaissance. Okay, correct. Round number 2, science and technology. Question number 2, rather. What is a popular, fruity name of the AI model that is officially known as Gemini 2.5 Flash Image? Time starts now. The fruity name of the AI model officially known as Gemini 2.5. The answer is Nano Banana. That's the AI, better known nickname of the AI model. And apparently in the Philippines, this is the top AI model that's being used here. Okay, let's move on to our next question. Arts and literature. So, in Philippine architecture, what type of heritage structure is known as a gabaldon? What kind of structure? Just think about it. Bryan?
A building.
No, I can't consider that, sorry. Would you like to steal? Brent?
A school building.
That is correct. Brent, it's a school building. You have to be specific. Building too generic. Obviously, architecture, it's a building. But school building, or at least a public school building specifically, is the correct answer. This was named after the assemblyman who passed that law, Gabaldon, okay, which became a law. But of course, this was by the architect William Parsons, who actually designed those buildings during the Philippine colonial period. All right, interesting. We have 1,000 points each for Bryan and Brent. Louren, time to bounce back in. Still early in the game, however. Let's go to math and logic. I'll be reading the question twice. In plane geometry, applying the formula multiply the base and the height and then divide by 2 gives you the answer for what? Brent?
Area of a triangle.
That is correct. The area of a triangle. Brent gets another 1,000 points. Yes, 2,000 points now. Let's go to question number 5. All right, geography and nature. What city in Metro Manila shares the same name or shares its name with the capital of Puerto Rico? Bryan? I guess if you know the capital of Puerto Rico, you would know what the city is. Time's up. Brent gets to steal.
San Juan.
San Juan is the correct answer. San Juan, of course, in Metro Manila. And San Juan, the capital of Puerto Rico. All right, next question. General information now. In what industry did the world's first certified dollar billionaire earn much of his fortune? In what industry, Brent?
Oil.
Was it in oil, crude oil, petroleum? Yes, that is correct. And would you know who this tycoon was?
John Rockefeller.
John D. Rockefeller, indeed. It was a Standard Oil Company. Today it goes by the name ExxonMobil. Let's go to history. Question number 7. This is a picture quiz, so we're gonna flash an image on screen. So what is the popular 4-letter name for this solid gold image that dates back to pre-colonial Philippines? Take a look at the image on the screen. 4-letter name. Brent?
Tara.
It is Tara, correct. Tara. who's a Hindu Buddhist goddess artifact found in Agusan way back in ancient times. 1917 was when it was found, but of course it's from the 9th to 10th centuries. At least it was dated to that time in Philippine history. Yes, Tara, T-A-R-A, four-letter name of this goddess image, gold image. Let's move on to our next question. Question number 8 now in science and technology. In museums, what noble gas is often used to fill display cases to prevent the degradation of artifacts, which is caused by oxygen and humidity? What is this noble gas which fills display cases, Bryan?
Helium.
Is it helium? It's not helium. Would anyone like to steal? Noble gas. Brent, still in the nick of time, yes.
Krypton.
Is it krypton? No, it's not krypton. Louren, make a guess. Any noble gas? The answer is argon. Okay, argon is used to fill up these display cases for a single reason, that it is completely inert. And therefore, humidity, oxygen, other gases that may degrade the quality of the artifact is, of course, impossible or not possible. So that preserves the artifacts in these display cases. All right, let's move on to our next question. Question number 9 now, arts and literature. In music, it is usually a long, free-flowing movement that does not follow traditional rigid structures like, Brent?
Freestyle.
Again?
Freestyle.
Freestyle is not correct. Let me finish. In music, it is usually a long, free-flowing movement that doesn't follow traditional rigid structures like a sonata, for example, or a symphony. No. Now, famous examples would be, Bryan?
Impromptu.
No. Famous examples of this kind of free-flowing movement of music would be George Gershwin and the rock band Queen. What kind of famous hits do they have? That would be the clue, Louren.
Free verse?
Again?
Free verse?
Free verse, no. The answer is Rhapsody. So George Gershwin, for example, Rhapsody in Blue, that famous Rhapsody, a very jazzy kind of Rhapsody. And of course, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen would be two of the more popular examples, but there are many others. All right, let's go to our next question. Question number 10 is in math and logic. Once more, I will read the question twice. You have papers and pens with you in case you need to solve for it. All right, here goes. What is the smallest positive whole number that is equal to 7 times the sum of its digits? Again, what is the smallest positive whole number that is equal to 7 times the sum of its digits? For 5 seconds to answer. Time is up. The answer is 21. All right, 21 is the answer. Let's move on to question number 11. Geography and nature once again. Listen carefully, this is easy. What we call a lead pencil does not contain lead, but usually what form? Bryan.
Mechanical pencil.
Wrong. What we call a lead pencil, Brent?
Graphite.
What we call a lead pencil does not contain lead, but usually what form of carbon? Graphite. It's actually graphite is what's inside these pencils. So graphite is correct. So 6,000 pesos for Brent so far. Bryan has 1,000. Louren, no score yet. But we have one more question before we wrap up our first round. Okay, let's go to this final question. Question number 12. What name is common to the following? Okay, common to the following. A Pokemon, a Philippine province, and a Pinoy rapper. What is common? What name is common to all these three? Pokemon, Philippine province. Bryan.
Paras.
No. Not sure there's a Paras province in the Philippines, but anyone like to steal? Think about it. Pokemon, a Pokemon character. Are you familiar with Pokemon? Not really. Oh, okay, that explains it. What's common between a Philippine province and a Filipino rapper? Is there a rapper named after a province in the Philippines? In the north, for example?
Abra.
You got it, Bryan, but too late. Abra. So there's an Abra character in Pokemon. Abra is a Philippine province, and there is a rapper named Abra. That was the correct answer. All right, let's go to our scoreboard now and check out how the scores stand after our first round. So, Brent James Pasague from DLSU is in the lead with 6,000 pesos. We have Louren with still no score. She's from UST. And from FEU main campus in Manila, we have Chef Bryan Himor with 1,000 points. Now, the good news for Louren and Bryan is that, you know what? We have one more round coming up, and in that next round, you'll have more chances to catch. It's going to be a very exciting round, by the way. But of course, we'll come back with that round right after this break.
Good evening, I'm Pinky.
Welcome back to Bilyonaryo Quiz B. We're now in our second season. That's right, this is season 2, and our contestants came out swinging. But now, of course, the stakes are cranked up in round 2 with new twists, trickier questions, and greater pressure for each and every one of them. But before that, let's get to know our contestants just a bit more, apart from what courses they're taking and what schools they're from. Now, let's start off with Bryan over here. Very interesting life, Bryan. He's now running from Sorsogon, but he likes to say that he's very open about it. He's got an extra thumb, okay? And what do you call that in science?
It's polydactyly.
That's right. So you're a polydactyl person,
Yes.
right? And that means an extra thumb, and which is not a problem because I know you're also really great at music. In fact, guys, you might want to check him out. Are you on Spotify or something?
Yes, it's on all streaming platforms. My debut single. I'm on a bit of a hiatus right now.
But if you're
Thesis.
curious, he goes by the name Liminal Subliminal,
Yes.
all right? Which is a really cool name, okay? What kind of music do you do, Bryan?
Indie rock.
And everything
kind
by
of
yourself,
stuff.
one-man
Yeah.
band kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. But I want to get to something on a deeper side of what you do, of course, is you're taking up systematics,
Yes.
which a lot of people don't really know about. But what kind of career are you looking at after this, Bryan?
Systematics because it deals with evolution, taxonomy, and all that stuff. It's more geared towards academia and research. So I'm trying to pursue a career in insect taxonomy, insect systematics, most specifically in mosquitoes.
That's right. I'm really curious because your thesis right now, okay, is on mosquitoes, and I think your thesis is that you're trying to prove that a place would have health risks with the
Yes.
predominance or abundance of mosquitoes and other insects in that area.
Yes.
Which sounds kind of like obvious, but not exactly, right?
Yeah, because we know that flies, mosquitoes, insects can be found in virtually all areas in the world right now, except in Antarctica. But it signals the presence of certain insects can signal some sort of public health crisis or some sort of inaccessibility to public health resources. So, of course, having these sorts of research projects, research endeavors can really highlight those issues that can really, alleviate the pressures, the hardships that our fellow Filipinos are experiencing on the daily. So,
Right,
yeah.
exactly. Well, true Renaissance man, science, music, and everything else. Chef Bryan Himor, welcome to BQB and good luck in round number 2. Let's move over to Louren, who I love it because you're one of the few females that are part of Pautakan, right?
Yes po.
I mean, the ratio is something like 30% ladies, 70% men.
Yes po.
And you want to prove something by joining, right? What is that?
Yes po. I feel like there's a stereotype within our university where we're viewed, like our faculty is viewed as,
This is liberal arts.
yes po, it's like
Arts and-
mediocre. And I feel like we're so much more than that because we have so much to share to everyone. We're not enclosed to our programs.
That's right. There's a stereotype of an arts. There's liberal arts type that's just good in the arts
Yes,
and not strong in the sciences or in technology. But you're trying to break that kind of stereotype, right? But more than that, Louren, reason why you joined Pautakan was for other reasons as well. You wanted to fit in. Tell us about that.
Yes. I actually wanted to join Pautakan initially because I feel like it would help me enhance my skill throughout high school, and I feel like it will be useful throughout graduate school.
That's right. Because you're getting a little nervous that maybe you're too strong in the arts and you wanted to like hone your skills in the sciences, which joining Pautakan. By the way, tell everyone what Pautakan is. Now, this is like the elite student kind of like team that represents UST
Yes.
amongst within their own competition, even outside the school, right?
Yes po. Pautakan is an intercollegiate competition within UST, wherein we're competing against several different faculties po.
Right. And just
Inside
finally,
UST.
before I move on to Brent, you've been training. I understand you've been watching B2B episodes.
Yes, po.
So what have you picked up? What kind of tips do you think you've been trying to apply to yourself?
Right now, I feel like kailangan ko pong bilisan. Because like, medyo nahuhuli po ako. Well, I'm not used to that kind of format in Quiz B since
That's right.
nagsusulat po kami. But at the same time, I feel like I have to catch up.
That's right. Well, that's probably something you watched on BQB,
Yeah.
but it's different when you're sitting here, standing here on stage,
Yeah.
right? It's such a different phenomenon. Well, Brent, how are you doing so far?
Better than I thought.
Okay, and you have 6,000 points right now, 6,000 pesos. You're in the lead, but of course anyone else can catch up. But let's go to what you're doing. A lot of people are surprised. He's on his 6th year in La Salle. That doesn't make sense. It's a double degree. That's why.
Yeah, I'm in my 6th and final year because it is a double degree course. So I will graduate with 2 bachelor diplomas.
And I find it a little unusual, although not entirely unheard of, to have a double degree in accountancy and political science, right? I mean, putting the two together is what kind of career you're looking at afterwards.
In terms of career, a combination of political science and accountancy certainly points toward a more governance kind of career. So maybe in government like the Bangko Sentral or maybe even Maharlika Fund. However, in this start of my career, I would like to start in the private sector first.
Yeah, why not? Get some training in the private sector, move back to the public sector. And I love what you're doing on the side with other colleagues of yours at DLSU. You are doing election mapping, all right?
Yeah, it's more on the visualization of results because when you look at numbers and it's just tables, you cannot really understand it.
And this is where
on instinct.
accountancy background comes in, right?
Yeah. Mapping essentially allows us to see data with combination of colors and graphics.
Yeah.
And with the current data available online, both in the COMELEC election return sites, we can now analyze election results down to the precinct level because previous research papers only focus up to the province and municipality level.
All right. So of the many insights that you've gathered from your data mapping and election mapping of the current electoral map of the Philippines, give me one interesting insight that would be useful for, let's say, campaigns in 2028.
Well, for one, I think most current understanding of elections, they delve more on ethnicity. For example,
The Bicolano vote, the Cebuano vote, usually a thing, right?
yeah, they look at Camarines Sur will vote for candidate A, and then this province will vote for candidate B. What they fail to realize is that within those provinces, there is a difference in results. So municipality A within that same province might not necessarily vote for the same
What is the most important variable? You said urbanity.
Yeah, urbanity, we saw, along with the other dudes at Twitter, they saw that urbanity also plays a role. So urban areas within the provinces like the poblations, the town centers, the town propers, etc., they tend to vote the same way in contrast to the more rural farm side of their
Which only
province.
explains the changing political environment in the country where voters are motivated by different choices as opposed to in the past just almost solely on ethnicity and alliances in their locality. So thank you so much, Brent, Louren, and Bryan for that interesting, well, peek into your private lives and interesting lives, intellectual lives as well. But let's tune in now to our game mode, okay? And we're back to BQB for round number 2. So let's check out our mechanics because we've changed it a bit for Season 2. In the all-new Bilyonaryo Quiz B Season 2 Round 2 Knockout round, our contestants will step up their game against 4 topic categories randomly drawn for the episode. The best part? they get to pick their category. Here's how it works. Contestants will face a total of 12 questions this round, with each correct answer earning them 2,000 points. To kick off this round, the contestant with the highest score from round 1 will choose the first category. Question from the selected category will be read, and the first contestant to buzz in earns the shot at answering. A correct answer secures the points and gives the contestant the power to choose the next category. If the answer is incorrect, the other contestants have a chance to steal the points and take control of the game. If no one answers correctly, the last contestant to give a correct response keeps the power to choose. Should round 2 end in a draw, we enter a sudden death tiebreaker. The first contestant to buzz in and answer correctly will claim today's victory. With a total of 24,000 pesos up for grabs in round 2, it's still anyone's game. Who will dominate round 2 and emerge as today's Bilyonaryo Quiz B episode winner? Well, exciting new game rules demand calculated risks, making this round pivotal for all 3 contestants. So, no room for mistakes. Again, remember to wait for me to acknowledge you first when you press the buzzer. Then only can you give an answer. Otherwise, you might make the mistake of really giving your answers away to your competitors, okay? So once again, we start off the round with 1,000 points for Bryan, no points yet for Louren, and 6,000 points for Brent, who is in the lead. Let's go to round number 2. Brent gets to choose the category. Let's take a look at the categories that you have. These are your choices, Brent. And where would you like to start off this competition in round number 2? Scientific laws, musicals, zoology, or the Olympics? Which one are you good at?
Let's start with scientific laws.
Okay, scientific laws. Anyone can answer this question, of course, although Brent gets to choose the category. Here it is. We're looking at laws of science named after the person who discovered, popularized, or established these laws, okay? And here is our first one. Now, his law states that the pressure and the volume of a gas are inversely proportional to each other. Brent.
Boyle's law.
We'll give you that answer. We're looking for the scientist, Robert Boyle, but Boyle's law will be considered because we're looking for scientific laws. All right, so we will consider that. All right. Well, you get to choose again, Brent. Would you like to continue with scientific laws or move on to another? Were you spooked with scientific laws? Popularized or established those laws. This German mathematician is known for his law of electricity and law of magnet. Bryan.
Euler's law.
Once again,
Euler's law.
that is wrong. Let me finish the question. Brent, go ahead. Once again, no. So, Louren, all right, this is all yours. Listen carefully. This German mathematician is known for his law of electricity and law of magnetism. Magnetism. Louren, come on.
Kirchhoff?
Wrong. The answer is Carl Friedrich Gauss. Okay, Gauss, G-A-U-S-S. This is the measurement for magnetic induction, by the way. We use the term Gauss. Okay, so that's the answer. All right. So Brent still gets to choose because he was still in control of the board. So should we continue with scientific laws, Brent, or would you like to try something else?
Let's go with scientific laws again.
Let's continue. Why not? His 3 laws of planetary motion describe... Bryan.
Johannes Kepler.
This time you're correct. Johannes Kepler is the correct answer. His 3 laws of planetary motion describe how the planets orbit around the sun. No other than Johannes Kepler. That was quite easy. Okay. So, Bryan, you now have the board. Where would you like to go?
I would like to go to zoology.
Why not? This is what you're good at, zoology. Hopefully mosquitoes and insects, right? So let's go to zoology. Okay, listen in. Everyone gets a chance to answer. Endemic to Palawan, the Philippine mouse deer is known by this... Bryan?
Pilandok.
Once again?
Pilandok.
You are correct, Pilandok. Also known by this local name, it is the Pilandok. So now, we have 5,000 points. Where would you like to continue?
Zoology.
Still zoology, okay. An anticoagulant found in the saliva of a species of this animal is... This is coming from Bryan.
Leech.
Wrong. Let me continue. An anticoagulant found in the saliva of a species of this animal is known as draculin. Louren?
Mosquito?
No. Bryan, would you know this?
Is it horseshoe crab?
No. Draculin. What does Draculin sound like?
Komodo dragon?
No, Dracula, right? What is Dracula?
Bat?
A vampire bat. That would have been a clue there, Draculin, all right? So yes, a vampire bat. The anticoagulant found in the saliva of this animal is known as Draculin. All right, let's move on to our next question. We still have Bryan to choose.
Zoology.
Zoology. Let's continue. This is question number 6 now. This beetle is so named because it defends itself by detonating chemicals. Louren?
Horseshoe beetle?
Wrong. It detonates chemicals inside its body. Bryan? This beetle.
Marauder beetle?
What is it?
Marauder beetle?
Marauder
Yes.
beetle. No. So, Brent, I'll ask this question and you have all the time to answer. 5 seconds. This beetle is so named because it defends itself by detonating chemicals inside its body and spraying out hot, nasty chemicals. What do you call this beetle?
Exploding beetle.
Exploding beetle. No, that's wrong. But quite close. Bombardier. The bombardier for the explosion. Yes. Bombardier beetle. All right. No one got that right? It's still yours, Bryan. Where would you like to continue? Zoology again?
Zoology again.
All right, maybe third time around, you'll be lucky. Question number 7 now of 12. With a name meaning man of the forest, this primate, Bryan?
Orangutan.
Man of the forest, orangutan is correct. This primate is considered the world's most critically endangered great ape and found only in parts now of Borneo and Sumatra. Just around 120,000 of this species left on the planet. One of the rarest, if not the rarest, great ape, endangered great ape in the planet. So yes, Jeff, 1,000, just 1,000 points behind Brent now. Brent, all right, very close. Someone's very close to you now. It's time to up your game. Louren, you can still make it in this round because we're only on question number 8 now. So I'm gonna go back to Bryan. Are we gonna go on with zoology or move somewhere else?
Zoology.
Zoology, why not? You've been good so far. Question number 8. Okay, 4 questions left, including this one. Starts with the letter M. In ancient times, sailors mistook this mammal for a mermaid with its human-like eyes and flippers. Starts with the letter M. That's a clue. What is this mammal, Bryan?
Manatee.
Yes, it is manatee, and all of a sudden you are in the lead. A lot of pressure on you now, Brent, but of course, we still have 3 more questions before the bonus round. So where is it, Bryan?
Can we finish zoology?
Zoology it is, the last question in this category. Listen in. Anyone can answer, of course. After the elephant, it is the largest land animal by weight. Louren.
Hippo?
Is it the hippo? Hippopotamus? No, it is not. Brent.
The giraffe.
Is it the giraffe? No, it is not. Bryan.
It's
After the elephant.
Bison.
Is it the bison, like the buffalo bison?
Yes.
No, it's not. You missed out on one land animal, also from Africa. Would you like to guess? The rhinoceros. It's the rhino. It's the rhino. Largest species after the elephant. Can weigh up to 3.6 tons, in fact. That's just how heavy and large this animal is. Okay, we're out of zoology questions for you, Bryan. Where would you like to go?
Let's go scientific laws.
All right, scientific laws. This is question number 10, critical questions for Brent and Jeff. Almost deadlocked, 8,000 for Brent, 9,000 for Bryan. And of course, we're now moving on to a category that Brent seems to like. So let's see how this goes. Bryan, here's your question. But anyone can answer. The law of elasticity, Bryan?
Hooke's law.
We will consider that. Okay, the law of elasticity is named after this British scientist, but because the category is laws, scientific laws, Robert Hooke is the answer. You said Hooke's law. That is correct. Yes, that is correct. So you now have 11,000 points. Let's go to question number 11. Do you want to stay on scientific laws?
Yes.
We'll stay on scientific laws. Many consider him as the greatest physicist of all time. Bryan?
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton is correct. In large part because of his 3 laws of motion It is none other than Isaac Newton. And let's go to our final question. Brian, you're still in control of the board.
Scientific laws.
Why not? Scientific laws. His law of fluid dynamics explains how pressure... Louren? Fluid dynamics.
Archimedes?
Once again?
Archimedes.
Archimedes is wrong. Let me continue for Brian. Brian, did you press the buzzer?
Yes.
All right, you're stealing. Go ahead.
Bernoulli principle.
His law of fluid dynamics explains how pressure and velocity are related. Bernoulli, or Daniel Bernoulli, Bernoulli's law, that is correct. Chef Brian Himor is our winner for the elimination round at 15,000 points. But Brett, whoa, you were so close, but you did great. Really impressed with how you did, Brett. Fantastic. Okay, you bring home 8,000 pesos. Not bad at all. Fantastic. And Louren, okay, our pautakan winner over here, had a bit of a hard time trying to the buzzer, right?
Yes,
you knew a lot of
po.
the questions, but nahirapan ka kasi ang bibilis ng mga
Yes,
kalaban mo, no? But anyway, you did fantastic. I'm sure all your colleagues at Pautakan are very proud of you for just showing up here and really representing the best of the best of UST. Thank you so much. And of course, you stay where you are, okay? You stay where you are, Brian, because you did a fantastic job of like, what do you call that? Like a last minute surge at the end of the competition, and that puts you into our bonus round. Jeff, Brian Himor of Far Eastern University in Manila. Congratulations. We'll have the bonus round with Brian right after this. Welcome back. Bilyonaryo Quiz B is back for the grand finale of tonight's episode, and this is the Bilyonaryo bonus round. And here, our winner has a chance to boost his total earnings and cement his place on the road to becoming the next Quiz B Millionario. And that's right. And our winner today is none other than Jeff Brian Himor from Far Eastern University. He has 15,000 pesos. That's in the bag, Brian. But of course, you can up the money that you get to take home today by doing as best as you can in our Bilyonaryo bonus round. But before that, that was quite a comeback, right?
Yeah.
What is going through your head, Brian?
You know, starting round 2, I was really scared because like I was really far behind. So like I was thinking of different strategies on how to kind of fix the errors that I committed in round 1. Because a lot of the questions I knew the answer to, but like
Brent was
you
just
know,
quicker at the buzzer.
yeah, and then the questions didn't give enough information to me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's really part of the
Yeah.
quiz show format,
Yeah.
right? It can't be too easy. Just give clues in those questions. I thought what was really impressive was the fact that you were so lucky. Because some of the categories that appeared, and these are, of course, randomly chosen categories, were categories that you were quite strong at, like zoology. I think that really put you back in contention. But of course, let's put that aside because now let's focus on our Bilyonaryo bonus round, where you get to take home much more cash with you apart from 15,000 pesos that you've already won, plus of course the fact that you get to move on to our next round, the semi-final round. So Brian, let's check out the mechanics of our Bilyonaryo bonus round. It's a race against time in the electrifying Bilyonaryo bonus round. Our winner faces the ultimate challenge, 60 seconds to tackle 10 3,000 peso questions from a mystery category that is now randomly selected for today's episode. Do-overs are now allowed this season. Contestants now have the chance to pass on a trickier question and come back to it later, if the clock hasn't run out yet. Success in this high-stakes round demands quick thinking, smart strategy, and the courage to answer decisively. Will today's Bilyonaryo Quiz B winner rise to the occasion and master the Bilyonaryo bonus round? We're about to find out. Indeed, we are about to find out. 60-second time limit, 10 rapid-fire questions, Brian, and one mystery category that is now about to reveal. All right? So what category was randomly drawn for tonight? Well, Brian, here is the big reveal. All right, randomly chosen. It is beyond rich. Any idea what that is?
Wealth,
Okay, wealth.
Yeah.
But what about wealth?
like gold.
All right, let me just help you out then. We are looking for people who are beyond rich, which means they are billionaires, dollar billionaires, tycoons, that kind of thing. Okay, so we are looking for famous billionaires, both Filipino and foreigner, both from the past and from the present. Okay, sounds good to you?
Yes.
All right, so let's begin our Bilyonaryo bonus round. Born in 1924, he first prospered selling shoes and then became the super mall king of the Philippines. Time starts now.
Skip.
Next question. Tech titan who played himself in the 2010 film Iron Man 2, where he had a brief chat with Tony Stark. Tech titan. Tech billionaire.
Skip.
Skip. He joined the Billionaires Club in 2014, more than a decade after retiring from the NBA.
LeBron James.
Next. TV host, producer, who became the first black female billionaire in 2003, an American TV host.
Oprah Winfrey.
Okay, correct. Next. Rising from humble beginnings, his life mantra has been sipag at tiyaga. Also his presidential campaign slogan.
Manny Villar.
Next, correct. Her best-selling book series about wizards sold over 600 million copies
J.K.
since
Rowling.
1997, correct. Southeast Asian monarch who was the world's richest individual in the 1980s. Southeast Asian head of state, monarch.
Jack Ma.
Next. Time is up. All right, not your forte, right? Not your forte. You're taking up science after all, not business administration, not commerce, not accounting. But anyway, interesting that you had some correct answers because indeed those were correct. But let's go back to the questions now. Okay? So the first question, tech titan, or rather the correct questions first. Tech titan who played himself in the 2010 film Iron Man 2, where he had a brief chat with Tony Stark. No, you were wrong here. You said
I passed.
you passed,
Yeah,
okay?
I didn't.
It was Elon Musk. Okay, Elon Musk actually had a cameo role there. He joined the Billionaires Club in 2014 after retiring from the NBA.
Michael Jordan.
Who else? Michael Jordan, MJ. Next question. TV host producer who became the first black female billionaire, Oprah Winfrey, you're correct there. Rising from humble beginnings, his life mantra has been sipag at tiyaga. ST, sipag at tiyaga. Also his presidential slogan, Manny Villar, that's correct. Junior, to be precise. Her best-selling book series about wizards sold more than 600 million copies since 1997. J.K. Rowling, one of the richest authors of all time. Yes. Southeast Asian monarch, Brunei.
Yeah. I was
Sultan
thinking
of Brunei, Sultan Bolkiah.
I didn't know the name.
Okay, the Sultan Bolkiah, Hassan al Bolkiah. Released earlier this year, his memoir is titled Source Code. You didn't get this, we didn't get this far. But would you know this? His memoir titled Source Code, My Beginnings. Microsoft founder.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates was the correct answer. This female media influencer was reported to be the world's youngest self-made billionaire at age 21. Billionaire, just only 21 years old when she was a billionaire. Kylie Jenner is the answer. American investor and philanthropist dubbed the Oracle of Omaha. Warren Buffett, ring a bell. And finally, born in 1924, he first prospered selling shoes and then became the super mall king of the Philippines. Super mall king.
Yeah. I didn't know the name. I actually don't know the name.
Henry C.
Henry C.
Sr. Henry C. Sr., the founder of SM, one of our sponsors, by the way. And Henry C. Sr. is the answer. That was just 3 out of 10 questions, so that's 24,000 pesos all in all, adding your 15,000 earlier. Congratulations, Bryan. The best part of this, Bryan, is that we get to see you once again for the semi-final round, where you'll get a chance to take home even more cash and, of course, a shot at the grand finals of Bilyonaryo Quiz B. So indeed, that was an electrifying start to Season 2 of Bilyonaryo Quiz B, with new sponsors, by the way, tougher gameplay and thrilling prizes. So catch us next week here at the Bilyonaryo News Channel as 3 new contenders take the stage in their quest for glory. Until then, we leave you with our favorite reminder, Bryan. And here on Bilyonaryo Quiz B, we say, knowledge is your greatest asset. Don't forget that. Don't you forget that back home. All right? Enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night, everyone.
This program was brought to you by Playtime Entertainment. Born for Happiness.